Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides, bringing you my guide for Lollipop Chainsaw on very hard difficulty, and today we're doing stage 4, fucking forgot the name of it, shit, it's like Fulci something, here I'll look it up, you might hear, you're gonna hear some typing in a second, but what the hell was this fucking thing called again, like, I'm pretty sure it was like Fulci, I know I'm still like talking about the stupid ass name of the level. Oh, Fulci Fun Center. Sorry. Anyway, so back to the guide relations. Actually, let me get situated. So, anyway, you have an SOS here. I'm not gonna be able to free everybody. I don't really care enough to. But of course, when you free them, you get money, which is nice. Another thing I want to say is that, in my opinion, this is my least favorite level. I think this is the worst of the levels, and I think it has one of the most annoying Phase 2 boss fights. I'll say that. Phase 1, not so hard, but Phase 2 is incredibly stupid, and there's a lot of just stupid crap that this level particularly does. Anyway, so now we're in this Pac-Man style area, and the key to success in this one is to essentially grab all the keys. Now, the only way to actually kill the Pac-Man dog-looking dudes is to be able to use the Sparkle Hunt mechanic, where you go into rage mode. I'm just gonna call it Sparkle Hunt. I don't know if that's the exact name again, but that's what I'm gonna call it. I think I might have accidentally skipped a part. I don't know. Anyway, these parts are not really what I would consider too hard. Oh yeah, they also drop these full stars for you too, so that way you get your Sparkle Hunt fully. Basically like a Pac-Man, and you chase them down like Ghost. And whenever you actually do grab that, they typically try to run away from you. Like when they know that you have full meter, they run away. Now granted, I don't think you have to kill all of them to progress. I think it's just based on keys. So once you get all the keys, you're good to go. Yeah, I think I actually did cut out the first part of this. Maybe. Even if I did, who cares? I mean, whatever. It's the same idea. You guys can figure it out for the most part. It's just from this alone, like it's literally just the same concept where there's only like a couple of them that you kill. They're not too hard, and luckily this area is not too bad. It took me like a couple of seconds to remember how to, like, what I'm supposed to do, but then I figured it out. I'm like, oh, okay. Of course, when they do attack you, they do tend to knock you down, which does suck, but that is what it is. And luckily, at least in this game, you can get back up relatively quick, which is nice. And there's that one done. I don't remember if I actually edited this one to actually have... yeah, I don't think so. I was gonna say, I don't remember editing this part particularly to have like a speed up thing or anything. I think I just kind of left it as is. I must have forgotten. Like it really matters, it's too late now. Well, technically it's not, but I'm just gonna say it is. And for the most part, I mainly just want to get these videos done and finished. So, yeah, I know it's unfortunate that this is one of the commentaries that just really doesn't vibe well with me. Again, not that I hate the game or anything like that. Like, I think it's kind of fun. It's just sometimes they just go on for too long and they just do the same kind of stuff. I mean, you could technically argue that about any game, but I don't really know. So, there we go. We finished the first mini game, I think. I like the concept of this level. I just don't like how they execute how you do things particularly. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I get to that one, which I probably should have actually, in hindsight, fast-forwarded through, but oh well. Oh, and here we finally get the full-on Holy Chainsaw upgrade, which is 4 squares and then 2 triangles. And this is the one that is essentially much stronger than I think all of yours. I mean, granted, you're paying like you know, like 999 coins for it. You know, in theory, it should be relatively powerful. And I think this is where I'm trying it out. It's a relatively good one, especially for like weaker zombies. It isn't anything like I would consider too special. Granted, I don't really know the actual full impact of it. Like, I don't know if there's any super secret tricks you can do with it or something. But as far as I'm aware, it's just a regular old-fashioned run-of-the-mill combo. And I still would argue that I think that the X square, you know, constant hitting the square combo is better only because, well, because of the fact that you only need to hit X and then square a bunch of times and you're still doing essentially what is a chainsaw attack. But with this move in particular, the Holy Chainsaw move, you're hitting 4 squares, so you have to use your pom-pom attacks for that. And yeah, that works on normal zombies and stuff, that's fine, but when it comes to like boss fights, pom-poms, as far as I'm aware, don't really seem to work. You do damage, but you don't really do enough to warrant for it, and it's kind of unfortunate. So now we have 2 people in distress. I don't know why I said SOS last time.
I'm really sorry.
You know how it is. I tried saving her, but I didn't realize what you're supposed to do, and I think the concept is to essentially just kill the zombies. But the girl hanging on the ledge there does eventually fall and die, so I did mess up, and we get an unfortunate, you know, cutscene that basically takes up more time. Hey, again, like I said, I don't hate the game. I'm just saying, guide-wise, it's like, oh, come on. I could have cut it out, but who cares? It was quick enough anyway. Just don't mind me and my stupid ramblings, honestly. Let's see. Next up, we have another minigame to play, and what the fuck? I'm gonna kick my own ass for this. I forget the name of the game they based it off of. Lifts? Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I'm totally not a gamer. Anyway, so you have these cop assholes, and they do a lot of damage. However, luckily for us, they're not incredibly tanky like they are in the actual regular run-of-the-mill levels. And the arcade versions of them, they're at least a lot weaker, which is nice. I actually like that. But they do a shit ton of damage, and usually the best way to avoid them is just to essentially wait for them to get done shooting and then attack them. But right then and there, you can't really do much because, you know, there's nowhere else to go. They're just going to point and shoot at you. But I think you can actually technically, quote-unquote, stealth them, so to speak. So this part is just another normal group of zombies. You kill 8. You guys already know the run-of-the-mill of this one. There's also this attack that I have mentioned before in previous videos, but it essentially, I'm pretty sure I have. It's pretty much where you knock down a zombie and then you jump by pressing, you know, circle, the dodge button, and then you press the low chainsaw attack, so X for me, and then from there, yeah. So the key to the cops, as far as I'm aware, is you're supposed to go through like the red doors to get to another side to get behind them. And again, like I didn't have enough time to really check to make sure the other one was the way it was. But anyway, so I don't know if you guys noticed it, but that was that looked like a pretty damn good split. Essentially, I actually lost the first time, and I just cut it. So I just cut the whole losing process, not because I'm a narcissist, just because I just didn't want to see me getting back all the way up there. So at first I thought you were supposed to go down there and just beat up the zombies, and I forgot that you're supposed to actually jump on their heads to get across. So yeah, if you guys go back, you might be able to catch a possible edit, but yeah, there's an edit there. And I'm going to edit out the Nick thing because I just don't like watching them anymore. And then for this cop guy, I just go through the door. He shoots like 3 or 4 times, and they're relatively easy to kill, which is nice, but they do a lot of damage though, that's the thing. And that right there, in my opinion, is what I think would have been more engaging for a hard mode, is having enemies just be more aggressive and just be essentially more damage-inducing rather than specifically just tanky, you know. So, not that, you know, this game is the worst thing imaginable. I don't know why I keep repeating myself. I just feel like people just won't really understand completely. They just call me out for it anyway. So I'm just trying to be on the safe side and let people know that it's still good. So now we got these boombox bastards, and if I'm not mistaken, I think what they do is they basically buff up the zombies, but not like attack or damage, but they just make it to where they become more susceptible to avoiding your attacks because now they're dancing and they're getting funky, so they essentially just kind of fuck around. But anyway, so this Pong part right here, at first I couldn't understand what was going on at first, and I'm an idiot for not understanding it, but so essentially what happens is zombies spawn, of course, and you gotta watch out for the cube coming back and forth, and just I would recommend targeting the blue zombies because I think those are actually the beatboxers. But yeah, anyway, so I was gonna say earlier, target the beatboxers because you want to get rid of the buffers. Typically, it's just like with an RPG game where you just want to get rid of the guys that are buffing everybody else, and then from there, you should be okay. And then that takes care of that. Sorry, I'm just going with Vegas. And then, of course, over here you have a Lollipop, and I think, yeah, I didn't have any left, which is good. So now I can actually get another one, which is very nice. We love to have them. We love to have them. So this part here is just miserable because you've got the old couple again, and I don't like you calling them a couple. They're probably not even married. And for some reason, I decided just to say fuck it and try out doing the, I guess in this case, I did Nick Shake. Probably because I was like really low on health and I just said, screw it, I need health back. So, again, like I said before, you could either just use the Nick Shake to get your lollipops or just take the death and then respawn. Because, granted, we're not doing like any type of score mode particularly. So, I don't think, for me personally, deaths in this guy don't really matter. And most people playing on this game on hard always just abuse the deaths anyway, because really, does anybody really care that much? I mean, if you were trying to go for no deaths, then yeah, sure, but I don't really care enough. So now it looks like we got more of just the regular boombox bastards again. And then I guess I decided just to say screw it and buy some stuff, which I thought I already had health, but I guess not. Oh yeah, well I mean I did do the shake, and then yeah, I fucked that up. Also, another thing I want to say is, if you do know what types of zombies are coming, you can always just save your sparkle hunt for them. But this part, I didn't really know what was coming. I just always assumed that somebody bigger was coming, and I just saved my stuff for them. Also, the guitarists are just terrible. I hate them too. They're kind of like the football players or the jocks or whatever, where essentially they just have a little bit more health going on. Except like with the guitar, I mean with the football players, you can at least drop kick them and make them groggy and then kill them that way. But I don't think you could do the same with the guitarists. I think with them, you pretty much have to fight them normally. I could be 100% wrong. I know this is supposed to be a guy. I'm supposed to be leading guys in the right path, but I'm not always right. Everything. Sheesh. And plus, I kind of take these guides as just more so like both guide and playthrough, since I am just doing an entire commentary of just one big ass video. So, and there are technically better guides out there than mine, but we come here for me, right? And want to see how I handle things. So this next minigame sucks ass, and I hate it. So I died multiple times doing this. And the reason why I died is because I forgot that you can shoot obstacles. You just hit the triangle button, and then you could shoot the obstacles. I was trying to do it without shooting the obstacles. I threw my controller. I got really, really pissed. You can't take down the UFOs, unfortunately. I don't know about the cows. I didn't even bother trying because I died so much on this part. It sucks so bad. But basically, you want to attack, any objects that are coming down, and you also want to just, shoot down any zombies, so that way you get rid of them for good, and make sure they don't actually keep throwing shit at you. And that's really about it. Most of these things can be destroyed, which is nice. Not everything, but yeah, this is one of those parts that it's not really pattern recognition. It's kind of just sort of like knowing what's coming up, or just being very, very patient type thing too. But yeah, I got up to, I think, like, around here without getting hit, without shooting as well, without getting hit, and it's just, it was a fucking nightmare. I didn't realize at that point, you know, that I could shoot because I'm a dumbass and I wasn't paying attention. And the rest of this is just essentially just climb. I mean, there's nothing else, because, like, after this, it's pretty much it. Yeah, you gotta watch out for these windows that open. They will knock you down, by the way, so that's something to be careful of. Actually, shit, we're almost done. We're almost near the end of the video. Christ.
Where's my sister?
But this part right here, I've seen so many times. I went through this so many. So you probably noticed by now I have a whole bunch of bullets, and I think that's because I kept fighting the boss over and over again. And bullets apparently save over. But if you don't have bullets, you don't have to get them. I would recommend if you did, if you had the money for them. If you have the expenses to be paid for, then go ahead. And if you don't have a lollipop, then there you go. Freebie right there, which is nice. The camera right here kind of sucks because, like, as soon as you move back, the camera just turns to your back. It's very odd why they do that. So, I don't know. But yeah, I saw this part a whole bunch. Sorry, it's kind of late. I'm getting kind of tired. But yeah, I saw this part like a whole bunch to the point where I just got annoyed. This is Josie. And probably the Pussycats, if I had to guess. If that's the joke, I don't know. And his first phase is nowhere near hard as it essentially seems to be. This right here you can get hit by, but he does a Simon Says type thing, and you're supposed to... Well, as soon as the flash comes is when you want to start doing the Simon thing, but I fucked up so bad. And as far as I'm aware, you do a lot of damage to him in that when you get it right, but then he still knocks you down, but still doing damage. I fucked it up, but it's okay. So, as you see right here, I'm just basically shooting him because, like, bullets do enough damage. There are times where he'll actually come down and you can hit him. Most of the time, he just kind of runs away anyway. Whenever his hand starts to sparkle like that, or he says something along the lines of, like, are you retarded or something like that, then that's a good chance that he's going to do that laser attack and just dodge it. Just watch out for his hands. Always stay locked onto him to make sure you know where he's going. When he flies up in the air and you see the shadow, then that's a good sign that he's going to stomp on the ground. And then when the stairs come up, this is your chance to really strike. So, stairs come up. I recommend just grabbing as many bullets as possible. Just grab all of them. Just grab as much as you can hold, which is just 36 as far as I'm aware. And then you're just going to start blasting them. But do be careful, though. If you stay in one spot for too long, eventually that will happen. Where the stairs will, like, go right back down and they'll land right back on the bombs. And I didn't have enough time to actually catch up to them, so I just started blasting them anyway. Just to, you know, budget. Might as well just shoot him from here. Because you do get a lot of bullets. Now, with this attack, I recommend just going underneath him and then just running clear across. For me, that's the safest way of avoiding it. It seems to work relatively well. And now it's just me doing this attack. It's not too bad to dodge. Again, just audio and visual cues. Right there, I was just aiming and hitting X. Because I was like, oh, you can quick turn. That's so cool. I was just being dumb with it. So. Also, try not to dodge off the stairs because I feel like it takes longer. And I'm all about that. Like, yeah, right there. You basically land in air. It's weird. I'm all about that end lag type stuff. I'm a fighting game player, so we kind of care a little too much about those types of things. So again, the rest is relatively easy. You just kind of just blast them with bullets, and it's not that hard. Also, in Phase 2, don't worry about shooting. There's no need for bullets. Maybe I don't know if that was actually intentional or not. I think it might have been. Because I think at that time I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll just do a Nick Shake so I get my stuff back, but it wasn't worth it. That's the end of Phase 1. Here is Phase 2. So you want to attack all these blue things and just do chainsaw attacks. And stay locked on so that way you can kind of see where that little red, as you see there's like a little bit of red electricity like flowing through the ground. And you want to be careful of that, and because like you can't hit the antenna things while they're being blasted with red electricity. but do try to destroy them as quick as you can. And then after you destroy the first one, these heads will spawn. And what I recommend for this entire phase in general is just having a whole bunch of Nick tickets, because you might end up dying a lot, just saying. If you're going for no death, then best of luck, but yeah, this part is hard as hell. So, one thing I do want to say is with Josie's heads that come after you, you can destroy them in one swipe, which is nice. However, they're just so frequent and they're so damn annoying, it's not worth fighting them, because you do not have enough time. I know it looks like it, but you really don't. Juliet's attacks are just too damn slow for this game to really work for that, and you don't really do enough damage either, which, God forbid, if you're doing very hard with, like, no upgrades. I don't even know how the hell you'd be able to do it. I tried other, like, Nick moves, specifically the one where you spin around and you attack with it, and it doesn't really seem to do much. Same thing with shooting them. You can shoot the heads, of course, but I feel like it's just a waste of time to even mess with them. Granted, they do attack you and they do stun lock the hell out of you when they do hit you, but my best advice is just stay behind the antenna things, so that way the heads can kind of get, you know, cut off from you, so that way they don't actually hit into you, because I don't think they can actually go through them. I think it's essentially a solid object where they can't really do much about it, which is nice. But yeah, you don't want to get hit by any of the electricity, because you will get knocked on your ass. I did actually end up getting a trophy for this, because I actually ended up getting him in like 10 seconds left, I think. And this is where I failed, because I just tried to shoot the heads and it was dumb. It was not worth it. It's not. Again, if you have a bunch of Nick tickets, then you're fine. Now you do see right there that they do actually sometimes blow up too when the heads attack, which is nice. That gets rid of them. And as far as I know, they don't respawn until you break another antenna thing, which is nice, but still though. Also, I think the timer might still be going down even when you did it. I wasn't 100% sure on that. I wasn't really paying attention, but that would be unfortunate. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much the best advice I give. Just chainsaw attacks. Don't try anything special. Just do chainsaws. And with that concluded, that's practically the end of the video. Oh yeah, by the way, you want to have at least over 5 seconds for this, because I got him down to like 5 seconds and it still just ran out of time. But anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. I'll see you guys next time, so take care, everybody.